Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mediak. And today we have a very special episode. Over the last couple of weeks, since we introduced our fourth member of the podcast, we've been talking about a movie in specific. The title of this episode, Ninja Batman versus the Yakuza League. Very exciting. However, Austin, what the hell? I kind of entirely forgot that this was a sequel. This is not like a standalone movie entirely. And I didn't realize that until like the day before me and G were going to watch this, whenever I started looking into it. And the day we were going to watch it, G was like, do we need to have seen the first one? And I thought to myself, nah, Austin would have told us. And then the movie starts and it's not like, it just picks up where the first one ended. And we were like, all right, okay.
Yes, we confused for like 3 minutes, and then it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, like just, I don't know, it keeps going.
Yeah, it starts at the end of the last movie, and then it just keeps running, and it forgets that it was supposed to have an intro, and it just kind of just runs. The movie just starts and goes.
And men start falling from the sky.
Yeah.
Hey,
So fun.
Austin, can you give a summary?
Yeah, sorry. We jumped right into it. Real quick, stay tuned to after the review if you want to listen to some media news. We have some really interesting stuff. I have a lot of opinions I would like to talk about in media news specifically. So if you want to listen to and talk in the comments about Spider-Man specifically, stay tuned till after the review. And then if you want to listen to other things that we watched in between recordings, stay tuned after that. And then really quick, for those who haven't seen, Chandler up over there, Skylar, Austin, and then Zach right here. Sorry about that. Austin, you can continue now.
Thank you. On to the important topic of the plot.
Plots,
yeah. Ninja Batman versus the Yakuza League. Honestly, I did not know what was happening a significant portion into this movie, and that was part of the reason why I had fun with it. But like Zach said, you start off, and it's just like, oh, we're back to our original time after the events of the first movie, because that also happened. So you just kind of jump right into it, and then like Damien's like, why is my hair like this? It used to be different. And then you're like, why is that? And you're like, it doesn't matter.
Just ignore it. Yeah, who cares?
Just ignore it. And then it's raining men. Because
hallelujah.
Literally, it is a Yakuza storm, which is exactly what you're thinking, because there's just a storm cloud of just men from the Yakuza gang.
This movie would kill some of my professors at college.
But like Batman and Damien and Red Hood and Nightwing, they're all just like, oh my god, what's going on? there's a Yakuza store, let's check it out. And then it literally is men just falling from the sky with swords, and for some reason they're okay when they hit the ground. I guess
they have a jetpack. They have a jetpack. Did you not see that?
Oh yeah, come on. Sorry, I didn't rewatch it. I'll probably forget some of the smaller details. Yes, they're jetpack. They fall from the sky. They come down. Gordon's like, all right, let's fight them for the 31st time this month, because apparently this is normal.
Of course it's normal. There's Japan above Gotham.
Well, the thing is, they can't. Yeah, they didn't know that. It was just
right. Yeah, I forgot that the civilians can't see. God damn it!
Getting into the important part, like the actual plot.
Right.
So everyone else has no idea what's going on, and they just think men are coming out of clouds due to condensation and something with a water cycle. But what Batman and the Bat family can see, because they've been through time travel stuff that isn't important.
Was the entire Bat family in the time travel? I thought it was just Batman and Damien. Oh no, they all did, because they all touched it at the end. They all had to have gone back in time.
They definitely were all affected by it.
Yeah, and Harley. Well, because I'm pretty sure Joker was the villain of the first movie, if I'm not mistaken. So like, it makes sense that Harley went through time travel.
I think I did watch the first movie. I thought we watched it, Zach.
I have not.
Years.
I forgot this existed. The only thing I remember about it is that Jack Palmer, the previous podcast host, loves this movie, the first movie. Back whenever it came out, he thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I remember it being fun.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the plot was. I remember the old.
I saw a clip on Instagram of Batman fighting against the Joker, and that's like all that I know from that movie. So I wish I remembered more from it. I kind of completely forgot it existed. I thought this was the only Ninja Batman thing up until a couple days ago, whenever I had this like Ratatouille like flashback moment where all the other Ninja Batman stuff like came to me.
Well, if you think about it, I found out right now that there's another.
Really?
And I was like,
What were you thinking about the first part of the movie then? You're just like,
I was like,
what the fuck is going on?
I was like,
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I was like, all right. I want to suspend so much belief for this movie and just be like, that's it.
The animation, the animation was weird enough. People falling from the sky. I didn't think the beginning mattered, so I just went with
question.
it.
Yeah. Well, they were like,
I think like 5 minutes in.
within 30 seconds, Batman jumped onto the computer and said, "There's a Yakuza storm coming." And I paused it at that moment and I was like, what the fuck? What is going on here? What is this movie? There was no intro at all. What is going on? And she goes, "Don't you like asking questions?" And you're like, "You're right. This is a perfect movie." And we continued moving through. And then we paused again at one other point because I had to explain the Bat family to her because he said son. And she goes, "What? Robin's his son?" And I said, "All right, babe. There's a lot of lore here that you're missing out on." And I said, "The Robin that you know, his name is Nightwing. He's probably going to be in this movie. Very popular Robin. I don't think the others will show up. It doesn't matter." And then in 5 minutes, Red Robin showed up and I paused it and I said, "Okay, so that's Tim Drake." And then I explained the rest of them.
you gotta get the
Keep going with the summary.
Yeah, keep going, Austin. Sorry.
Yeah. So we didn't even really get into the actual plot. Besides, there's a storm. So the Bat family shows up. They got to combat it. They're fighting the dudes who fell from the sky. And it turns out they are the only ones who can see what's actually happening. But there's this giant dimensional rift to feudal Japan in the sky, which people are calling the Yakuza storm. And because of the events of the first movie, which don't matter but also do, they can see into that rift. So I'm there's a lot that happens, and
Is there though? It's just
I
like
think there is.
it's
I
just
think
like-
when
There's a lot, but a little, but none of it makes sense, so it feels like a
yes,
lot.
I'm gonna explain what happens with like Raj Al Ghul and like everything, and like because you don't really
too in depth. I feel like it's not that necessary. It's just basically a big what if, you know? What if?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's a what if they go into feudal Japan and it's upside down world above them, and they find out that the like Justice League is no longer on Earth; they're in the feudal Japan world. And basically, what all of this is, and what the Yakuza storm, and what the weird old Japan, and all the like wacky versions of our superheroes is Ra's al Ghul just being like, you know what? Let's just like patch some of these universes together with people and be like, you know what would be cool? Japanese, like, badass, like, no moral code hero world together.
Isn't he like not even Japanese? Like why? Why'd he go there?
Yeah, it don't make any sense, man. I'm like, that's.
and also-
I remember that part. He's just like, I knew that if I made this world the feudal Japan and made
It would make them
made
stronger.
Superman be a part of a dystopian gang and instill the Yakuza values into him at a young age, I would have the perfect team of Justice League people who are bad but obedient to me.
This guy did not read Absolute Superman at all.
Yeah, well, this came out before that. So
I know,
it
I was
really
just-
is just for those who are reading. Huh?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Absolute Superman came out like in 2024. It started in 2024. This came out in 2025.
Oh, I guess not. Okay, yeah, I was thinking Absolute Superman, whatever. But it's actually very similar to what happened with the Absolute Universe, with like Darkseid kind of patching together, and kind of warping the reality of like the Justice League and everyone. It's basically that, but Ra's al Ghul and him having a weird anime fetish, and he does that.
It's weird though, because it's not like Ra's al Ghul's creating a new universe. He's manipulating the current universe. Because Japan doesn't
is what I
but
got.
no, it's the singular one because Japan in the current Earth doesn't exist anymore because it's above Gotham, and all of the Justice League members don't exist anymore because now they're in Japan. So in the way that it's not like a multiverse or a time travel machine, it was an origami machine. He's folding the singular same reality to create a different what if within the same timeline.
Okay, yeah. I forgot.
Which is stupid. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, it's so dumb. Of course it's dumb. What are we talking about?
You're angry about?
Well, no, it's just like it's such
a
an
means
obvious
to an
reason
end,
to make it so
man.
that Batman has to fight against the Justice League and that the Justice League can't come in and fight against themselves too, you know?
It doesn't. The thing with this movie is it simultaneously does and does not take itself.
It doesn't take it seriously at all. And you could tell that
It
with
does
the
at the end of the movie. It's like pretty serious.
Yeah.
And like it for whatever reason, like the characters themselves take it very. Barry Allen, are you kidding me? That he takes this shit seriously.
I really like that scene where he's on the treadmill and he's like running after the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, what an anime guy, dude. Love that. Really
but
interesting way they beat him. Well, so he poked the machine. So does that mean you like tickled Red Hood's tummy? He just like poked him. He was like, boop. You know, because he was pretending to be a vending machine, so he had to have gotten poked.
Oh, that was crazy.
he's just flexing.
Yeah, he just is like
ab number 2.
thinks it's a button. What if he got a little low there, Red Hood? That's a little. It's a little interesting. Interesting of a decision there. Why did you want to become the vending machine, Red Hood? Sorry, thought that was funny. But like, if you go into this movie expecting it to be serious, and you get to the Voltron scene, and you realize, and like, you don't realize that the team behind this movie understands what kind of movie they're making at that point, then you're in for a dumb time. Like, come on, you should have been expecting something different. That was super enjoyable.
You found out in 5 minutes.
Totally, you find out in seconds.
Yakuza Storm. You're like,
Yep.
This is stupid. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
okay.
cool.
I see.
It's meaningless cool. It's not stupid.
And then at the end of the movie, the Yakuza Gatling gun. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What is this movie right now?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is this? This is crazy.
Flash spinning around.
That was the most realistic part of that entire scene. Flash is the thing that powers it. I was like, yeah, that adds up. He would be the power source. But they're fucking Gatling gun firing them up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where we're kind of ending the summary? Because I don't.
That's what it is, you know?
What plot is left.
Yeah, that's the plot.
The time place thing that Russell was like, there's this bomb. He's dropped Japan on Gotham.
Who cares? It's the MacGuffin. The universe is gonna end.
Yeah.
They have to use time powers to stop it. Time powers and ninja powers to stop it.
Okay. The cup. The one thing
You guys want to see the Lego characters on it?
Yeah. But the first thing I want to say is this movie looks like it was supposed to be a video game from like 2012.
Yes. Especially at the beginning, bro. The beginning looks so bad.
So the movie.
I think it progressively gets better. Like, I think the end of the movie actually looks pretty solid, especially like the action bits. The action looks like really cool sometimes.
I would say some of the like specifically like one fight I think looks good, and then a little bit after looks good, and then it kind of tapers back to the standard. I think everything with Wonder Woman is awesome. Like Wonder Woman's animation, they actually pop the fuck off in my opinion. Like that scene where she jumps up and catches Superman's hand and then slams her other wrist into it and knocks him back. I was like, holy shit, that's actually like really well animated, and I enjoyed that. But you're totally right, Scully. The beginning fucking sucks. It was. I was saying the specifically like the Batman versus Superman portion. I think actually looked kind of good, and then
totally, yeah.
Fight too. Out of my extensive notes I have taken for this, like 8 lines. That is one of the ones that I wrote down. Is that part actually looked pretty solid, and then I was like. I kind of got stunned during this movie because I went to that and I was like, oh, wow. Like, that was a really good way to end it. And then I looked and there's still like 30 minutes left. And I'm like,
That's awesome.
Sky, do you remember? I'm asking you because I think you'd probably remember the most. After Barry gets beaten and Superman comes out of nowhere with his like laser vision or whatever to save Barry, was he like hovering in the air like he was in Superman 2025 after saving that lady with the bridge?
it was not aura farming. No.
He aura farmed a bit in this movie. It's just a matter of if you liked it.
But it's very hard to aura farm when your animation's so
No,
bad.
Skylar, you know what? It's really hard to aura farm when your toes are out. Dude, super toes was the entire last 10 minutes of this movie. It was crazy. I hated it. What the fuck? Give Superman, what is up with my superheroes and missing clothes? What the fuck? Like, come on. Sorry.
Feudal Japan. Since when did they have socks in feudal Japan?
It doesn't. No, it was whenever he got his normal super suit at the end of the movie. Whenever they all changed back to their normal outfits, he just was fucking lacking his dogs. They were just out there.
What's the new normal outfit?
Where was he gonna find socks?
Where did he fucking get his other suit from? Wonder Woman was literally in a skirt.
It's like a time soup.
Time soup. Give him socks. Give him a boot.
Yakuza Gatling gun.
Still that Superman, even though his morals have changed to the collective, he still prefers raw dog in it, bro. I'm telling you. I don't know.
Why does every time I have a problem with superheroes not having clothes on, you guys all are like, no, it's fine. It's okay. You're crazy. You're the idiot.
Superman, like,
Okay, you say clothes as if you're talking about like his pants weren't on. He
Dude,
didn't
they
have
focused on the dogs too much. They actually had them as like the forefront of several scenes. You shouldn't notice them. I didn't notice any other weird like costume malfunctions in any other superheroes. Just saying. There might have been
Zach,
some.
would you prefer if he had like white ankle socks on?
No, I would prefer if he had his red boots like Superman. Like, why do they not give him the red boots? They gave him the shorts. They gave him the
I'm
trunks.
gonna be so honest. I don't even remember that.
I didn't even focus on. I think Zach's got a feet thing.
Yeah, there's no way you noticed. That's funny.
That sucks.
Zach's projecting.
Whatever.
It's like, why do the writers so?
She noticed it too. She noticed it too. She was like, they're really focusing on his feet. And I'm like, why did they give him his boots? Just give some what? Like, okay, Austin, explain to me. Okay, now you're gonna say, oh, it's Japan. Never mind. Whatever. Let's move on to the next topic.
No, ask it.
I was gonna say, why? What is the point of them not giving him his boots? Wonder Woman had the full get up. Aquaman has full get up. Give him his boots.
Japan.
I gotta say, I wasn't focused on the feet personally. I was
just trying to. I was exploring their costumes, and I was like, I really like Wonder Woman. She looks really cool because her tattoo's glowing, and she's in her OG getup. I like the glowing like designs on it because I know it's like time energy. And then you get down to the bottom of Superman's costume, and it's like it's gone. There's no costume there. They stopped. They gave up.
Japan.
It's just because of feudal Japan. You're right.
Feudal Japan.
It's feudal Japan.
Hey, when you've got the power to knock a building down with your pinky toe, it's sometimes nice to have them out.
No, you're right.
Like little you know how like Deku has like Air Force Net.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He just and flex.
He learned it from Deku. He's like,
right.
That's
yo, that
and
guy.
He literally stopped wearing boots and socks and everything, and Zach has a problem.
Yeah.
In martial arts, you got the dogs out. Just for the record, that's a very common thing.
I'm dropping this. I did want to talk about a different costume though, because before going into this movie, I didn't really know much about it. I started building the thumbnail, so I knew like the designs of all the different Yakuza members, and I didn't know like who was on what side or whatever. But I also saw Nightwing's like disco outfit, and I was like really excited for that because that's inspired from his 80s design that he had back whenever he first became a superhero. He first became Nightwing. He was super disco inspired. I was kind of disappointed in it. It barely was in the movie. I thought the animation was super lackluster because he T-posed and spun in a circle and then won. And it fought against probably the most disappointing Yakuza member because Green Lantern was like barely in the movie and didn't do like anything.
And lost almost immediately.
Yeah, and lost immediately. I was so fucking disappointed because I was like, well, the first thing I said was, G saw her and she was like, I don't know that Green Lantern. I was like, yeah, well, technically, I don't think she should be called Green Lantern because she's more of like a power ring. But it's really interesting that they're using this character that's like super not known. And then she wasn't in the movie, so I was like, well, that was pointless. Like, why use Jessica Cruz if you're not going to use her?
This was like, I think that part was like 45 to like 50 minutes in.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the first like big fights.
Yeah.
And this was like directly after Batman goes, oh, I have a counter for everybody. So that was the first one that happened. I was like, if they made me wait 50 minutes to instantly clear every single enemy, so mad.
And that is what happened.
I mean, it didn't exactly.
Oh yeah, they had to try twice with Aquaman.
Yeah, they had to try twice with Aquaman.
He had 2 attempts on Superman too.
Drawn out Superman's a little bit. The Flash was kind of funny, so it wasn't like insta wins, but they kind of were.
Man,
but I was
Superman
like,
scene was so fucking good. Whenever he pulled up the kryptonite and clocked him, fuck, dude, sorry, that came into my head when you said that.
Yeah, so I was like, my jaw actually dropped at how fast they won. I was like, there is no way I waited so long to see these fights.
Especially that one.
So sick.
Like, come on.
It's a win for almost all of them.
The character that can create literally anything with your mind gets beat in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, because she creates daggers twice.
Yeah. and then at the end, she created just a singular laser beam. That's all she did. All right. Great job there. I'm proud of you. Great use of this character that probably no one knows. So now you just like ruined her image in the handful of people that have watched this one. Because Jessica Cruz has been around since like 2017. Like she's a fairly recent Green Lantern. So it's really interesting that they chose to use her and then not use her.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her, but if she used that eye pokey thing like Guy did in Superman, she would have won.
So true, actually. Just locks that on Nightwing. That'd be crazy. I would actually think that was pretty awesome. My favorite scenes, like.
Oh, wait, do we want to go through that then?
Wait, I'm not. Okay, so these scenes aren't my like definitive favorite scene in the movie. I just want to talk about them because they're like pretty standout moments. Like if you watch this movie, these are 2 scenes that you're going to be like, I 100% remember those. And it's the Wonder Woman singing scene and the Voltron scene because it's such funny allusions to like 80s, 90s Japanese shows. It's so fucking stupid. And I love how they're diegetic. Like Alfred was the guy who made the Voltron intro and Wonder Woman was actually fucking singing to Harley. That was what's going on. That was so fucking funny to me. Like that actually killed me. I really enjoyed those scenes because that spoke to me. I was like, all right, the writer and the animators, they get it. They know this is fucking stupid.
They know what they're making.
Yeah, they know this is really stupid. I also thought the sound design in general in this movie was really fucking good. Especially
that is actually one of the things that I had too. It turned to fit well. And it all sounded pretty good too. The voice acting was also surprisingly good.
Did you watch English or Japanese?
English.
I watched English too. I thought it went back and forth.
I didn't know. Oh, on Max, I guess you can just change it. Yeah, you're right. My fault. Sorry, I had a brain fart.
You're good. I thought that like the Bat family's voice acting was really bad, but like Superman's was
I'm
fine.
talking about like the Flash.
Yeah, the Flash is awesome.
Really good.
The Flash is great.
Really good.
Yeah. The Flash is great. No, the Justice League killed it. I really enjoyed Wonder Woman too. Like she said everyone had like cliche cringe lines, and occasionally you heard one and you're like, hey, that was actually delivered pretty well. Like I thought Wonder Woman did that a ton of the time. Like whenever she was like, Wonder who? I was like, all right, that could have been so much worse.
Batman was like filled of like, I kid you, he was the one who reminded me most of a video game because he talked in only video game dialogue like the entire time and like moved. And every time he was on the screen, it generally looked like your own character should have been on the screen with him.
Totally.
Like he was always like slightly off center, like where there should have been somebody like right here. And
he was the one with the most cliche lines. Like I didn't write any down because I figured like if I did that throughout the entire movie, I had 40 pages of yeah. So, but he 100% was the one that like said you guys got to come look at this. He didn't say that line, but like lines similar to that. And in a different movie, I would.
He's for all the Justice League members.
Yeah.
Just in case.
There's a really great movie that's along the lines of that. It's an animated movie. We should watch that one of these days.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a break.
No,
maybe.
This is the last superhero movie for a year, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
And on a high note,
yeah, man, very high. Whenever I'm going to bring it back to sound design just for a second, because that's literally my final note I have. Specifically, Superman's laser beam, like that actually kind of gave me chills the first time that came through. I was like, fuck. that sounded really cool. I really enjoyed that a lot, and that's like one of my favorite scenes in the movie too. Just that scene in the sky.
I remember the ships that they were flying. I remember that sounding good too. I don't know if that's just me making that up or what, but I don't know. Maybe that was part of the video game. I don't know. I thought they sounded good though.
Maybe that was.
But I can't remember.
Yeah, that was Batman Arkham Knight.
Dude, I don't know.
like the piercing lasers though too. I thought that was really cool.
So good. I really liked it. I honestly really liked the use of most of their powers whenever they weren't being defeated. Like whenever they were actually like destroying Batman in the Bat family, I thought they all kind of popped off. The fight with Aquaman and Wonder Woman was awesome. I really enjoyed that. It was so great. And then I actually kind of enjoyed the animation at the end with the big dragon thing. I thought that was pretty well animated for the most part. Austin, I was really excited for this.
Okay, I would like to clarify. We have been overwhelmingly negative.
Yeah.
But like there is
the animated moments were really fun.
People who I see like thoroughly enjoying this just for a good time. It's just if you want to see silly, goofy Batman.
It was super entertaining.
Goofy Batman stuff. Like this is right up your alley. Like there is a group of people who I think genuinely would have a really good time with this. It's just I think 90% of people probably wouldn't.
And also, they do a really great job of portraying these characters, arguably better than like the last 20 years of live action film. Like Batman is Batman, and Superman is definitively Superman, and you can really see that in that final fight scene with the two of them. It's a really, really, really fantastic moment, like that you probably wouldn't see. It's something that's like a genuinely really great moment that is in this movie, and I honestly think it's worth it to see that. Is like, what if Superman was evil, but like not super evil? He just was doing his good in an evil way, and Batman has to knock sense in him. It was really awesome. I really appreciated that scene, and it made me be like, that's funny that we got a good Batman versus Superman in Batman Yakuza, but we didn't get a good Batman versus Superman in Batman versus Superman. So if you have any takeaway from our opinions of that, I think that's the number one right there. This is the most important.
Yeah, that definitely
and
is.
Super Toes.
And Super Toes. The actual session with Toes and superhero and
animation recently.
What was that?
I feel like animation recently has been better than live action. Like I'm honestly not surprised that it's better than Zack Snyder's universe.
Chen, you should go and watch the DC animated universe, because like a lot of those movies are really great, and I think you would really appreciate them.
I've watched like a good bit, maybe Red Sun.
I don't think
one of these like
the
USSR.
Yeah, that's not. There's like an MCU, but an animated DC properties where they have like 18 movies that are all connected in a singular universe. I think it starts with like this Batman movie, and then it goes into Justice League War. Oh, it starts with Flashpoint. You're right. It starts with Flashpoint, and then it goes into a Batman movie, and then it goes into Justice League War. Justice League War is awesome. I really, really enjoy Justice League War.
It's awesome.
Flashpoint is totally awesome. Yeah,
but like it is a genuinely like really good movie.
I think I'd say of the 18 movies in the DCAU, I'd say like a good 80% of them are really high quality and better than the live action movies. They're really solid. I'd say probably ask me if they're worth watching, because like the ones that aren't worth watching are really bad. But like I definitely would look into going into those movies, because they're a good time, I think.
I always liked Red Hood or the animated
Batman. Red Hood is so fucking good. Yeah, that's one of the best ones. That's like one of the best in general. It's so fucking good. One of the best animated, one of the best movies of Batman. It's awesome. That final bit with Kevin Conroy when he's talking to him and he's just like, oh, it's so. Oh, I'm sorry, Sky. Go ahead. We're talking about this movie.
Would you like to do best scene, worst scene, funniest scene?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, Austin, do you want to kick it off? This is the
big man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I'm going first, because I can give the gimme scene, but I think it follows along with my Superman kick. And we've talked about it before at this point, but favorite scene, Batman v Superman fight, not just because it was like cool fight, but like Batman's whole speech about like how Superman is and like what he represents and like basically telling him how he's like completely gone wrong with his methodology and like his mindset, while beating the complete shit out of him. Well, it's a great moment of this movie.
Can I add something there real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I also really liked how even though this Superman was evil, they tried to show that he had this idea because he was trying to make a better world with it. He wasn't doing it with evil intentions, which is like a realistic thing that a Superman with a world in which every single person in it is bad. Like that's a realistic thing that he would do. And then also he came to his senses at the end from that speech in Superman, Batman talking to him. And it's just really well done. And it's crazy that like some people have read Superman comics and have made Man of Steel. And it just is like, how did you get that? Sorry. I just wanted to add that.
No, that's like why I love the scene is like, actually, it's funny that like Chan brings up Red Sun because it's kind of a very similar point of view to that one. Because like in that one, he grows up with like in the Soviet Union in like the 70s, like USSR. So like he believes like communist like ideals and in a way that's a good thing, but he also believes in like the fascist side and like, hey, you got to help everyone, make sure everyone's equal and is treated well, but also we can kind of like throw the bad ones in the trash type thing. And that's like the same thing here is he thinks everyone is bad because he came from a world where everyone is bad and doesn't understand that there are just people living on the planet. So yeah, I thought that was really cool.
But he adjusted when told otherwise.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, I feel like in a reasonable amount of time for having your entire life be surrounded by Yakuza members, that'd be tough. But yeah, that was favorite moment. Least favorite, I think it has to be kind of just. I wasn't a fan of like the actual like we're gonna use our time magic to stop.
Yeah, dude, that was terrible.
I realized such a trope of like Batman's like I got this done. Like
I can't wait to write that down. Me and G paused the movie and started fucking cackling at that moment. Yeah. G was like, "Greatest detective, bro! Just fucking. How did he think of that? He just walked over to the machine and poked it. Like what the fuck?"
So funny though. It's because like I was genuinely sitting there. I'm like. I was at the point Sky was where I'm like, I thought this was gonna end right now.
Yeah.
and Ra's al Ghul explained this literal foolproof plan about how the MacGuffin of the movie is interdimensionally like misplaced, so no one can touch it. I'm like, damn,
that means like
how you gonna touch it? He's just like, watch this. He just touched.
Also, Nightwing tried to touch it. He went through it. Why did he touch it?
Well, he's got to focus his time energy.
Right, he has to focus the time energy. And Batman was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Contingency plan. In case he goes bad, he can pull his hand away fast enough.
You're right, actually. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
That was really smart.
I'm so interested in your funniest scene, Austin. I'm so interested.
The funniest? Once again, I feel like this is kind of... I'm going first, so I'm taking all the easy ones. The Nightwing scene where he was just like he was goofing around and then he's just like I actually wasn't in the suit at all and then they showed like the flashback
coming on it
ducking down. Yeah, it
showed the suit literally coming onto it.
And he's like disco party, he's like Superman and everything. Because I saw that scene like on TikTok like probably when this first came out and I just saw that and was like damn, I gotta watch this movie. That's awesome. And like it's just the context doesn't even help. Like it doesn't at all, and it just makes no sense. But it's like hilarious, and I love Nightwing, so like I thought that was great, and it very much fit his character. He's like I'm not gonna do the hard work when I could just have a mech suit do it, and then just like shoot her with a blow dart.
Hell yeah!
I feel like there are funnier scenes, so I'm looking forward to hearing what everyone else says.
I honestly have coming up with a funny scene is pretty hard in this one. Not that there wasn't like funny moments. There's a ton of funny moments.
It's hard to pick one.
I can't just be like, yeah, exactly. Because I don't think there's one that was outwardly more funny than like something else to me.
And that's valid.
You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who wants to go next? Awesome popcorn.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to give an honorable mention to when Superman was introduced and he like took off his sunglasses the way he did.
No! Damn it!
I'm sorry. I just thought about that. It's just like I love it so much. Act like I didn't say that.
No, it's okay.
Popcorn Chan.
All right, so I'm gonna sound like a broken record player here, but I also thought Batman v Superman was sick. Aside from like the exposition and like the whole conversation they had, I loved how he first beat or removed his powers by the Red Sun.
Yeah.
Of course, kryptonite. We always know that's his weakness.
Yeah, I thought that's
but
what
like
they
the
were
Red
going for.
Sun, something that I'll always overlook. I like always forget that. I think maybe not since Superman knowing that Supergirl goes to a red planet to drink. I'm starting to cement that and remember that, but I was not expecting the lasers to like give that effect. I thought that was really creative and cool. So yeah, and then fill in with whatever Austin said. That's also why I like to see it. Least favorite would actually have to be with how all the Yakuza League members like switched to the light side. So Superman's is chill because he had the whole conversation and coming to terms with how he was wrong. But the other members, you didn't get to see that. They never had that conversation, I don't think. They're just good all of a sudden. So I don't know.
To see their past their other selves. They're
But
like,
like,
man, no way I'm the worst one.
yeah, but like, even that, like, I wouldn't like if I was in their position and now I'm just like, well, if I
Skyler's
see a good
onto
guy,
something. Because okay, sorry, I sorry interrupting. He said we're not the worst ones. Did you guys notice that whenever they like did the thing where the other Wonder Woman, other Flash, or whatever were coming into them, it was like references to other things, like they were actually other versions of them. The Wonder Woman one was the one from Wonder Woman 84, where she was in the big bird costume. Skylar's right. Wonder Woman was like, holy shit, there's so many worse versions of Wonder Woman. I need to lock the fuck in right now. Sorry, Chandler, keep going.
That's fine. I feel like there could have been more explanation or whatever. But funniest scene, again, beating Barry on that treadmill was so goofy.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
How did they get him on it?
Like, how are they outspeeding him? How is he like this guy's the fastest person on earth? So this Batmobile is outpacing him.
How did they get the thing on? It's just funny.
Yeah. And then the fall for the vending machine too, which is all too much. It was just too much.
Dumb, man.
It's like I know Batman knows all their weaknesses because we find that out even in like the live actions. Or maybe no. Maybe I'm thinking of like the Justice League animated show, like Young Justice, like that Justice League. But like I was not expecting him to beat these guys the way he did. Superman, yes, aside from the Red Sun, but the other guys, no, never.
It was really goofy. I did not think that the way to beat Green Lantern was just brute force, you know, for the most part.
Yeah, me too. Make it narcotic.
Yeah, that was wild to me. Because, like, Batman has done some really crazy things to beat Green Lantern. Like, in the 90s, one of Green Lantern's weaknesses was the color yellow. Not, like, yellow lanterns, but, like, the actual color yellow. So he tricked Hal Jordan to walk into a dark room, and then he turned on the light, and the room was painted entirely yellow. He's done some like really crazy stuff, but nope. It was just give Nightwing Iron Man. That's it. that's how we win. All right, Chandler, popcorn.
Let's go. I feel like Zach, since we kind of took away some of the things you wanted to say, I'm going to popcorn Sky. Give you some extra time. Scott.
No, I'm damn.
All right. So, the best scene. I think I'm gonna go with Batman for Superman. Good. Chandler brought up some good points. Austin brought up a lot of good points. The fight was pretty cool. I like how Superman thought he won because he threw a rock and knocked one of the things down. And he starts charging in, and
he jumped out.
Kryptonite knuckle. He just punched him in the face. My first question was, how didn't he? Like, wouldn't he be weak around him anyway if he just had that in his pocket? Like, wouldn't it be too close? But I suspect
maybe it was in leather or something.
It was probably like Batman probably had leather pants on for some reason. It doesn't go through leather pants. So
yep, that's it.
Yeah, and then he like I do like the little detail that he like fixed it afterward. He like went back up and put that thing right back into place.
Yeah, well, he had to make sure it couldn't go away.
Yeah. And
but then he broke out of it anyway.
Definitely the best scene. Yeah, definitely the best scene. The worst scene, dude. I might go to that Green Lantern fight. I was so bummed out. I was so bummed out.
I want to choose something other than that too.
Yeah, it's
It's just hard, you know.
yeah, because like I really thought it was gonna be something
So
really cool.
disappointing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the Green Lantern scene. I'm gonna be boring.
That's fair.
And then, so my funniest moment kind of coincides with a couple, but it's whenever they're about to do something and they yell ninja science technique and then the name of whatever they're doing. Like the extra added part
So dumb.
is kind of funny. And then, because like some of them were like ninja science technique, like light reflection. And then Nightwing is ninja science technique vending machine. And he's just a vending machine. And I'm like, there's no way. He's like, he actually ran out of ideas.
Why do you say that? Like, you didn't need to say
And more importantly, why actually trying to thumb into a vending machine? He said he was going to be thirsty. He could have easily been like a water fountain.
Well, he could have just stood
Like,
next to
anything
it.
else.
He could have just stood next to it and shot him whenever something happened.
No,
he didn't need to
that's
be a
not
vending
ninja
machine.
science. That's not ninja science.
He wanted to be the vending machine.
He wanted to get poked
Yeah.
by the Flash.
It was me, Barry. I was the vending machine.
They ruined your sweet treat.
I took away your sweet treat, your diet Dr. Pepper.
That's just
Yeah,
great reference.
but
Tyler.
that one was probably the funniest scene because my jaw actually dropped. Like I was like, there's just no way
I put my
he
hand
turned
head
into
my
a vending
hands.
machine. Out of everything he could have done, ninja science technique,
So
vending
dumb.
machine. And I was like, I was actually dumbfounded.
It's
at
so
the thing.
dumb
I was
in a great way.
Yeah. I'm definitely rocking with that. And then I'll popcorn Zach, although I feel like we've talked about a lot here already, but I am excited to see if you have anything else.
I think everyone has mentioned all three of mine at least one point during this entire process here. Favorite scene? It's the scene that Austin mentioned with Superman taking off his glasses. That entire like sky bit until the Joker takes him away is awesome. I really enjoyed that. I was super into it. I thought it was really fun, especially since like Superman is easily my favorite part of this movie entirely. So like either he could shoot his laser beams through his glasses or he took them off, shot his lasers, and then flew up, put them back on so he could take them off again. And I just, everything about him is so sick to me. They really popped off with his animation in this movie. Really enjoyed Superman. Really enjoyed that sky scene because it ended with the Wonder Woman fucking, it's so great. Really enjoyed that one. Least favorite scene, I am either going to say no, I want to try and say something other than the Green Lantern Nightwing fight. It's probably
so hard.
It's probably my least favorite part because it just was like 4 seconds. I was so disappointed. I was like, dude, I'm so excited to see this like allusion to Nightwing. He's going to be in it for the climax of the movie. And then he was in it for maybe 15 seconds in the movie. It was really, really disappointing. Funniest scene, just the Flash in general. I really liked when he showed up and then he just said a couple words and then went, bah. I was like, that's so fucking anime. What the fuck? And then he ran around the city just yelling, come on, come on, come on. I thought that was really funny.
He knew what movie he was in.
Yeah,
That
he did.
Voice actor, he was cast well.
Yeah, that was super funny. I was kind of in for the ride anytime the Flash was on the screen. That treadmill scene is really fucking crazy. I can't get over that. Like, it's just, I never thought that's how they were going to beat him. Going to be 100% honest. But I think that was their intention. Yeah. All right. Do we want to do same order for numbers here?
I think you just start it.
Okay.
Kind of go into yours and then popcorn from there.
All right. This is a fun movie. I think this is an insanely entertaining movie. And that like definitely carries a lot of it. Like I'm looking at my numbers that I ranked the movie on, and I'm trying to be objective here because I enjoy every aspect of a movie. I enjoy the cinematography. I enjoy the story. I enjoy the ending. I enjoy the fact that sometimes you can watch a movie and have it just be enjoyable. But this movie overall doesn't hold up the most. It's super fun, but like, I'm probably okay from watching it for a while, just because like there's so many moments that you're just like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm so sorry, Austin, but I'm gonna give this movie a solid 5. It is. The story's not there, but like enjoyment it is all there. The enjoyment is 100% there. I wish it was shot a little bit better too. Like I felt like the camera didn't do super fun anime things as much as it could have. Like occasionally in the fights, it did some really weird movements.
There was one really good one. Weirdly, I just remembered it, which we said cinematography. There was like one where, like, I think it was Tokyo, was upside down. You saw like Batman, and it was like the whole like Tokyo skyline and Batman kind of hanging there. That one looked really good.
Totally.
I did not mention that.
Yeah,
that one did look really good.
I still think it's like I give it a 6 out of 10 in cinematography. Like I think some of the moments are really awesome, but it just like it didn't lean far enough into the anime style that made me be like, okay, you can tell the inspiration from the cinematography angle. The story just really drags this movie down, and the ending of the movie drags the movie down. But the only thing that really gives it a lot of points is into the comic book characters and the just overall enjoyment of the movie. I think both of those things are really fucking awesome. And if you watch movies only for those two categories, this is going to be your favorite movie of all time. so yeah, we could go on to the next one. I think it was Skylar that went before me, right?
Yeah, I was just saying you can just popcorn, whatever.
I'm going to popcorn you.
All right. So I went into this movie and I was thinking it's going to be like a straight up like anime Batman. So I was like picturing like some sick stuff. I like vaguely looked at it before and I was like, it's made in 2025. This might be like
this
really
might come
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went in and I was like, dude, I think like this could be really sick. Like Batman with like swords just taking out like different like Yakuza members could be.
That's the first
cool.
one.
Wrong movie, Skylar.
And I was like, I like started it and I saw the animation. I was like, dog, there's no way. I think there's no way.
Dog.
I actually like went and checked. I was like, I did click like 2025, right? Right? This is the right one. And then I like went back in. And then at like 25 minutes in, I was like, okay, there's actually no plot. I'm just going to pretend if I see fight, cool fight. And then I got to the Green Lantern fight and I was like, okay, I see fight, not good fight. What's going on here?
Where fight?
I was like, okay, so I'm really missing some marks on this one. What is going on here?
We should have watched Batman, the first Batman Ninja first. Yeah.
But I didn't even know that was a thing.
Right.
So I gave this one a 3 because I did like the Batman vs Superman fight. I did. There were some moments that I did really like, but that animation, it genuinely looked like a blurry.
It's so bad sometimes.
Video game from 2012 that like my like PS3 is like about to die and it is like struggling to play the game that I am trying to. It legitimately
had the weird animation.
What?
Huh? The Yakuza like henchmen.
Yeah.
Those guys were what had the weird animation, I think.
It's really without the
all
mask.
of them have
Like,
it.
without that,
Batman.
like,
I thought Batman, like, he was so stiff. Like, I know he's supposed to be stiff, but like, he looked like he wasn't animated.
Even like some of the like the lines on him, like it didn't line up. Like they would like, I don't know. It like kept catching my eye.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't trying to look at it.
Well, actually, he popped off in the Superman fight. Like, maybe I just was looking at only
again,
Superman or something, but like that was the only
just
time.
around polishing everything.
Maybe,
and what,
yeah.
like, I bet you the white suit members were like the least of their concerns.
Right.
But they were the worst.
A huge part that I took away from Nick is why did Batman get in a Gundam? I completely forgot about that.
I forgot about that too.
Now. I did
enjoyed
like that.
Actually, I enjoyed that.
I know that one for sure because I don't like Gundams really that much anyway. And then, I don't think I'm gonna watch this one again unless it's like I need to show somebody something. But like I think my main like there's definitely an audience for this. I just fear not me. And I think I went into it expecting like Like something
A good
completely
movie.
different than what I was.
I don't think I'm gonna watch this again. That was awesome.
In the nicest way possible. But with that, we'll give Austin the hot seat now. We'll popcorn Austin.
That's so funny.
I think this meme was taken too far, honestly. I didn't think we'd end up here. I didn't think I'd get my bluff called on. You saying how great of a movie this was. I need to give some context that I think genuinely really matters to my enjoyment of this movie. So this was another one that I watched in the plane. On the ride to Pittsburgh, I watched Superman Returns for the entirety of the flight. On the ride home, I watched Ninja Batman versus the Yakuza League.
Dude, there's no way. There's no way.
This looks like gold.
I forgot on the ride back to download anything else, and I just downloaded that movie for whatever reason. I saw a TikTok about it, and I'm like, I'm going to watch Ninja Batman versus the Yakuza League, maybe. It was like that, and I downloaded like Freer, and I was like, I don't really want something serious right now, and I don't want to jumpstart into something. So I'm like, let's go dumb fun. And I had a good time with it. It has more than its flaws. And I will say, I actively chose not to watch it again for this podcast.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of the novelty is very worn off after the first time, and a lot of my enjoyment was from just the sheer what the hell is going on of all of this. All that being said, I did have a good time. It made the plane ride fun. I think it goes on past its welcome, and there's definitely some low points, and the animation's rough. I'm still going to give it a little bit above average. I'm saying like a 6. But I think on the dumb fun charts, it rates like a 9.
Dude, my enjoyment level is an 8. Like, I think that if you just don't think at all, this movie could be pretty fun. Like, if you got Family Guy and like intelligence going into this, then you're chilling.
Like 2 hours ago.
If you do not care about your time, then you can put this on. All right, Chandler.
Yeah.
Austin, I have to say very well said, because I likewise could not compel myself to rewatch this film. I was going into it like, yes, I'll watch it. And then Sky was like, I can understand why you don't want to watch it. So I chose not to watch it. In fact. It's like a one-time film. Like, yeah, it was entertaining and fun. And my number is higher than what it should be to only watch it once. But I equally plan on never watching this film again for at least a decade. Maybe I'll watch the first film and then come back for the sequel in hopes that some fine line makes sense. But I'm going to give it a 6 also.
I think
I would like to clarify. I was watching this movie. I got like 45 minutes in, and I texted Chandler, and I was like, I am just so sorry for making you have to rewatch this. I am so sorry.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry for doing this.
I honestly might drop my number.
I'm going to watch it for the podcast. So
it's not like I was watching Until Dawn. It wasn't sitting there like this the entire time. But I'm just like thinking, objectively, this movie is pretty bad.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna. This isn't what I'm gonna defend.
I might actually drop my number.
It was dumb fun.
Because I'm thinking, I watched a movie last night that's making me reconsider. I think I honestly might drop it to a 4. In all honesty, what? I changed the Fantastic Four rating. I changed that one. Look at the comments. Not the comments. The description.
True.
So
Zach, you can change your number, but the average still going to stay the same.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm changing it to a 4. It's my personal. That's how I see it.
So what? Austin and Chandler at 6. I'm at 3. Zach's at 4.
Yeah. Because it's definitely.
All right. So we gave it a 4.75. So a 5 is closer.
That's fair.
Or 4.5. I would like to. You guys are all saying mainly Zach and Austin were saying that their enjoyment was really high in this movie. I don't remember I sat for like 90% of the movie. I was like, okay, a lick of this doesn't make any sense. The animation doesn't even look good.
The designs were so cool, though.
Yeah,
bro.
the designs are sick. I really like Jessica.
Yeah, they
Cruz's
were.
design.
They didn't look like it didn't look there.
I have a
Yeah.
good comparison to make, actually, and I think it's partially why I like this movie. I also watched JoJo, so like I feel like that's the exact same thing. It's just a bunch of buff dudes taking themselves too seriously while doing
Superman
dumbass
was
work. Makes
Joseph,
sense.
bro. He literally,
Yeah,
whenever him standing there in the sky like this, and then he goes, and then starts talking like this. That literally was a JoJo character.
The way his mouth moved made no sense.
It was
I just like
awesome. That's
it was
why I like
that type
scene
of
so much.
humor that I liked about it. Like a lot of the stuff wasn't inherently funny, but it was just goofy and
Yeah.
stupid to a degree that I enjoyed myself all the time.
Like I'd
No,
say
that's
the
a
majority of the
complete-
movie
no,
was me being like, "What the fuck?"
I was like, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
Wait, is it mean to call this like your Minecraft movie?
No.
Is that mean?
No, that's fair.
Like that's
I
not
think
what
that's
it is.
fair.
It's just one thing for me, but
Yeah.
like you can enjoy this. Like there
No, that's
are
fair.
people who I think will have a really good time watching.
Totally.
this.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that your flight there was Superman.
That's a tough
One way
flight.
was Superman Returns, and the one way back was Batman Yakuza. That sounds like a plane ride from hell. But
Plane rides are already hell, dude. I guess anything looks
know.
okay whenever you're on a plane, cramped up, knees all hurt.
maybe the captive audience is definitely a way to go with Batman Yakuza. But
It's like the scene from A Clockwork Orange where they're trying to like change his brain. He's peeling your eyes open, dripping solution into it, watching Batman Yakuza. No, stop it! Sorry. I don't think anyone has seen that movie here.
I think so.
Yeah, I figured not. My bad.
Very good.
I've heard of it.
Did you want
There we
to
go.
get into the weird?
Actually, I want to cover my Legos real quick.
Oh yeah.
So I've been big into witches and warlocks recently. So this is a Dungeons and Dragons Lego minifigure I got from going into the Dungeons and Dragons like random thing. I really wanted her because she's a witch. I got this one. Oops, shit! Just poured water on myself. I thought to myself I should make sure not to do that. There's this guy here who is another like wizard kind of person, but as an eyeball. That was just a bad luck because I didn't get the witch on the first pull, and I was like, you know what? I could have gotten worse characters out of that random thing. It was a pretty sick one. And then I got She-Hulk because I wanted Moon Knight, but I didn't get Moon Knight. And then Batman's on there too because he's goated, and so is Albus Dumbledore for similar reasons. And then I found this Lego character who shockingly looks like exactly like me.
What the hell?
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, he has the hair.
like
He has the hair part and glasses and everything, and he came with a cat.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. I was like, holy shit, dude, this guy's literally me. So I got him. Those are the guys we're rocking today. I got a couple alternates over there that we'll switch out from the podcast. But yeah, that's going to be the podcast drink. I didn't have any coffee in there. I actually had an Alani Energy, cotton candy flavored. That is now on my
You
pants.
put an Alani in a different container when it comes in a container.
Dude, did you want the cup on
No,
the
that's
podcast or not?
Dude, I do.
Okay.
It's just crazy.
I'd rather
because
see the can in the mug.
No, the
It's just
can was. I poured it in. Yeah.
No, you should have put like the actual can. Just
Yeah, put
So
the can
like
in the
a
mug.
koozie. Yeah, I'll do that next time. My bad.
Yeah, I'm curious real quick though. Was those Dungeons and Dragons like the
Yeah.
random box? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
There should be a QR code on the back of the box that you could scan. Only those. The what if you couldn't find out what's inside of the box, but the Dungeons and Dragons one, there's a QR code that will tell you what's inside. Only those.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that could have made my life a little bit
There
easier.
used to be bags that you could feel.
Yeah.
And be like, I think that's like a staff.
Well,
which goes to
the
character.
Lego Batman ones are still, but like you have to order those on Amazon because they're old. So there's not really a point in like feeling them because you can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Since
no,
Kyle,
this box is just like gambling.
Yeah.
Essentially.
since Kyle
You don't know
sent me
what's
this, I've been into the Lego minifigure random thingy.
Oh, I love them.
It's fun, and some of the designs are like way better than minifigures that you can get in sets. Oh, dude. Okay, since we're talking about this, I was gonna save this for what we're watching. I'm fucking stoked today. Can you guys guess why? It's related to Legos. Chandler, you should be able to because it released recently. Like it released within the last like 2 weeks for officially buying and building.
One Piece.
Yeah, I got the Shanks Lego. I got the one with baby Luffy and Shanks. It was like $20, and I was like, I'm fucking getting this because Romance Dawn is awesome, and I want Lego Shanks so badly. Like words cannot explain it. So that's arriving in like probably about an hour. I'm really excited about that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna build that whenever I'm done here and processing the podcast. But yeah, let's jump into news now. If you guys don't mind.
You want to start off with Mr. Tom Holland?
No, let's save that for last. Just because it might be easier.
Oh, you just ruined Austin's day. He was actually so excited.
Well, sorry. Well, just because I know that's going to take a while, and I have a feeling that's probably going to be like the other half of the podcast, and I'd rather just like cover that after the news segment. First off, Pedro Pascal posted a bunch of fan art of Superman and Mr. Fantastic, and just to show that he's very excited. I mainly screenshotted it because I wanted to show Skylar. He did the Goku one. Yeah. It's the Goku and Vegeta. The Vegeta one. Yeah, I really like that. I wanted to show that on the podcast. I also thought that was just.
Knew that's what it was from.
No, no way. There's not a chance.
Now we know.
We got our first look at Frankenstein. Actually, I'm not going to show this because it's a pretty bad picture. In my phone barely connects to it, so there's no reason.
Wait, can you like kind of see what he looks like? Because I remember in the trailer, like you couldn't see it all.
Yeah, you could barely see him. So that's why I was gonna say like there's no point in me showing it because like you could see him in a hood.
I was gonna look it up, but this
is probably my most anticipated movie of the year. This is coming 2026 or is it end of 2025? Whatever year it comes out in, it's probably my most anticipated movie of the year because Guillermo del Toro made the insanely book accurate Pinocchio movie and he's making Frankenstein. So like, it's going to be fucking awesome. And the cast is like amazing. I'm so excited for this movie. This movie is going to be awesome. I honestly don't have words. So this one's actually really cool. Sorry. I thought something was news, but it was actually a meme and I giggled at it. But The Bad Guys 2, do you guys know about the movie The Bad Guys? So the second one that's coming out, they actually have like something in their credits of the movie that's a part of a legal document within the EU related to AI that makes it so that their movie can't be copied by AI. And it's one of the only animated movies to ever do that. And it's because they went through a specific channel, not through the US, to have like that thing in the movie. So now if anything is caught like copying specifically The Bad Guys 2, they can get sued, which is pretty awesome. I think that's a massive step forward whenever it comes to like getting protections along those things. That's all that news is. I have nothing else to add to that. James Gunn, that's just a good thing. We want more movies to do that. It's kind of not, it doesn't mean anything right now because The Bad Guys 2 has the same animation as The Bad Guys 1, and The Bad Guys 1 doesn't have that. So it literally doesn't matter at all right now. But this is like a massive step forward for movies in the future because now they can start doing that for other animated movies and make it so that they can't copy those in the future. If that makes sense. Did I explain that well enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay, cool. Hopefully someone gets it. What?
November is whenever Frankenstein releases.
Oh, damn, I'm so excited. That's going to be awesome. We have to cover that. James Gunn just started writing Superman 2, which is pretty exciting. I don't know about you guys. So there was an interview that I watched. This isn't like super important news. I just thought it was funny. The guy who is show running and directing, he didn't write most of the episodes to my knowledge. The God of War TV show that's coming out, he said, I could not play the game. That's what he said.
Like, I'm too bad. It sucked. Like, what does, like...
See, that's what I thought too. When I read the title of it, I was like, that's a bad sign because that's what the Halo people did. But then I actually watched the interview and wow, that was clickbait and a half. He said, I'm too bad to play it, so I watched someone else do it. What the fuck? Like, why would you even like title the thing that way?
100%.
It was so
and
stupid.
it worked.
That pissed me off, man. Like it made me never want to read an IGN article again, bro.
This clicks, bro.
Yeah, it literally was. 2 days ago, John Krasinski announced A Quiet Place 3, July 9th, 2027. Didn't see anything. It just a screenshot of 3 lines, and it said Quiet Place. So that's cool and all. I hope that's good. Is that all my news this week? I think I had something else. I can't remember. Not the Tom Holland thing. I thought I had something else apart from the Tom Holland thing.
Does it deal with the WNBA and what's been going on during their games?
No, but do you want to say that?
Yeah, I can. So recently, there have been instances of an object being thrown onto a WNBA court during the game. And it was on TV the first time, and it happened again recently. I don't know who was playing. I don't know the specifics.
Skyler, what object?
But it was a dildo was thrown.
I didn't actually think you'd say it. I thought you were going to say it was a device.
And obviously that
is worse.
Yeah, it's very bad. But he has been arrested now. So
Good.
he got his justice, if you may. The dildo thrower is now arrested
So
as
funny.
he got caught during his last attempt.
Law does that like break though? Like
Interfering sport event? I don't know.
It's probably like something with probably maybe something with public indecency.
Oh, that's totally it. Yeah, because there's children there.
Maybe. But the WNBA also says anybody who throws something on the court is getting a minimum 1-year ban from their games. So it could also be one of their rules. But yeah, he was caught and he's gone.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think that 1-year ban really means anything because someone that's going to be going to the WNBA to cause a ruckus probably doesn't want to go back, you know?
The only game they've ever gone to.
Yeah.
Twice.
Maybe they could cause a ruckus twice, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just such a tame punishment. They should do like a fine or something.
Or not to watch the game. But who knows? I guess we'll find out soon.
That means he can throw 1 dildo per year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And his new record to try and do 2.
you got to get those numbers up,
Get
kid.
his PR. Yeah.
Why stop at the WNBA? Just start going to like
NBA. Yeah. Swap it up too. He gets his own like
actually so
fandom
funny.
behind him. Yeah. But I am getting the idea that was not the other news that you had.
No, it wasn't, but I still appreciated that. That was funny. That was a good one to bring up. I'm happy you did. Does anyone want to like Spider-Man news? It was announced, a new one. Yeah, anyone have like burning statements about it right now? Austin, Skyler, Chandler?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah, I still have faith in it. I know we were talking about it like a little bit before. I still have faith in it.
Question.
I don't want to rule out anything just based on like things I've heard. I still want to go into it with like open
Do you feel
mind,
that way
thinking,
because it's
okay,
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Yeah, it's Spider-Man. I feel like they're gonna pour like as many resources as they can into it because they know they're gonna get return. So, like, I still see.
Are you
this movie,
aware
like,
that there are
destroying
Spider-Man
box
movies
office.
that have flopped like massively and are terrible?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Are you aware that there are bad Spider-Man movies?
Yeah,
It could happen again.
it could,
It probably
but
will.
it's still gonna
They're bad.
perform at
The
the box
thing is,
office.
like, I think all of them have like even. I think
Well,
most.
no,
people
okay.
say Task and Fuse
Let me
the
explain.
worst.
Let me
It
explain.
has a lot about it.
I should like for context of people that this movie is having Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 syndrome right now. And I think that it's like that Sony hasn't figured out how to fix that yet. Clearly, because Craven exists and Morbius exists and Madam Web exists. And all of those movies have Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 syndrome. And they fucking suck. So I just think that you can't like start making a movie until you have a definitive script. And this movie just, it doesn't have that, and I would anything could be good. Literally anything could be good. But the fact that the second main character is a Punisher that can't kill and can't swear, I'm just not interested.
I don't have much hope for this personally. And like I genuinely did love all of the Tom Holland movies.
Yeah.
Like
Even the worst one is still very fun to watch.
Yes, I enjoyed a lot of them, and like a lot of people, I think, look back with like a little bit of disdain for that series because like
I like it.
It's high school Spider-Man, and it's not. I don't think it should be compared to the same kind of level that like Andrew and Toby's Spider-Man like works. They were alone. They were basically adults. Like they tried to be kids, but they didn't do that. But I think this is going to be the movie that should be compared to those, and I think it's going to be a rough time.
Well,
except for Mr. Negative, though.
I'm neutral towards him because I think he's awesome in that game. Like that's one of the best Spider-Man things in general with
It's
Mr.
a good
Negative.
villain to have, but also
totally.
like we lost our connection to the villain. Like Aunt May's no longer here.
Also,
Like-
I don't think that continuing the bird storyline is a good idea. Like, why are we moving forward with Incredible Hulk related plot lines? Like, stop, please. No one liked that. No one enjoyed that movie. No one watched it. Well, actually, I think more people watched it than Thunderbolts. Honestly, if I'm remembering the box office.
I just want a solo Spider-Man movie. Like and I know we literally legally cannot have that.
Yeah,
it sucks, but like. I'm fine with how Doctor Strange was involved, but now like having the Punisher and like Hulk, and then like probably Steven Yeun as like Mr. Negative, like it's too much going on again.
I don't think we have a cast there. I think you're just picking someone.
Sorry, I saw a lot of it. I guess there's a lot of fan cast and a lot of theories and a lot of people who were.
I tried to hit you with the rock eyebrow. You know, I can't do it. I don't have the ability to control my head that much.
And
I wish. Might be it. I don't know. It's a little worrying to me. Again, anything can be good, but like the amount of times the script has changed mixed with the production company that we have, it does not give me the highest amount of hopes that there is. Okay, Miss Skyler, let's hear it.
Cool.
Wait, Chandler, what'd you say?
His suit's gonna be cool.
It's just cool.
It's gonna be like Toby's.
I like it.
I think it's my favorite Spider-Man suit. Like from what we've
I
seen,
want to see more
like,
of it.
it's good balance. What?
I want to see more of the suit.
There's set photos of the mask and everything.
No,
like,
totally.
altogether.
I just want to see like more of it in motion.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's hard
I
to
agree.
get a grasp of how it looks whenever it's just like that. But I like the design of it. I think it's really awesome. I wonder how, because this is supposed to be like, because this is now coming out before Doomsday. So this is the movie that leads into Doomsday, like how Thor Ragnarok led into Infinity War. So I'm interested to see how they're going to do that.
I think next.
Yeah,
year-
I feel like this is the movie because, like, as far as we know with Spider-Man, nobody remembers him. So I feel like this is the movie to try and make everybody remember Spider-Man, and that's what they're gonna like. That's gonna be like the main point of this. Again, like, do I think it's going to be like a 10 out of 10? No. Do I think it's going to be like a 3 out of 10? Like, also no. I think it's probably going to be the worst of Tom Holland's ones, but I don't think it's going to be a league like worse. But I could be wrong, and it could be a league worse, and it could be a 3 out of 10, and it could be a 10 out of 10. But I just feel like when you have like, I don't want to
Spider-Man.
just delay come on, but like, yeah, people are gonna love Spider-Man regardless of who it is. Like, regardless of the plot, people are gonna be like, I like the Spider-Man movie because it's Spider-Man. It's the newest Spider-Man. It's not as good as, it might not be as good as the last Spider-Man, but it is the newest one that I have, and I just feel like people are gonna like that regardless. And then this people who played like the Spider-Man video game are gonna like the fact that Mr. Negative is just there. If he even does like, if he does something remotely cool, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I think there's a lot that could make this movie be cool than not be cool. I mean, it could just be poorly written, but which sounds like it probably will be. But they might just have like
The
enough.
Devil's the main villain.
They might just have like enough to make it like above average. Like for real? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. That might change by the time the movie comes out.
They set it up in no, they can't. The title of the movie is based off of the comic.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they're not actually doing that though.
Yeah, they are. They set it up in Ironheart. Mephisto is the post-credit scenes of that, or in that movie somehow.
No, he was.
Bro, wait, that's out.
Yeah.
I know it's out. I'm joking. When I
That was actually a good one.
That's gonna be like what happens in Spider-Man. Like,
But Brand New Day, the comic book, revolves around that the world forgets Spider-Man. Mephisto gets a deal with him so that he can like have one last day with Mary Jane or something like that.
I know that. I'm like, that's the worst Spider-Man comic of all time.
Yes. Which is why people immediately were like, "This is a bad idea" when they announced the title of the movie, and it was that comic book. so like,
I didn't hold on.
they
Isn't
didn't
that
change.
name exactly. I thought
It's
it
not
was
the
like,
same name as it. It's not Brand New Day. It's Brand New. No, One Last Day. It's One Last Day.
One last day. I was like, yeah, it wasn't exactly.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think they're doing that. I'm sorry.
No, but they are. That's what the Mephisto thing is. That's what the original version of the script was. It was like Mephisto is going to lead into the next Spider-Man movie. In the original, like there hasn't been any set leaks of what's his name? Baron Cohen, the guy who plays Borat. There hasn't been any set leaks of him on Spider-Man. But to my knowledge, he has not been removed from the script. And in the very first version of the script, it was an interpretation of One Last Day.
Is it One Last Day or One More Day?
It might be One More Day. I don't know.
I'm still upset about the last Spider-Man film and how they like brainwashed everyone to forgetting about him. I think that's like the cheapest way to have a reason for 3 more films.
They didn't like it in the comics either, but that's what we're at.
I think this might be. I think this is going to be my early opinion. I think this might be the least liked Spider-Man movie of all time.
I don't think we have enough information for me to necessarily like say that it's going to definitively be the worst. But holy shit, I thought that Amazing Spider-Man 2 had a lot of things in the plot. This is crazy. Like, I'm really worried for it, and I'm. The thing that worries me the most is that they pushed it up like 4 years so that it would be ahead of Doomsday. And I'm just like, it wasn't ready. And that they're doing it.
Tom Holland is Spider-Man besides like Doomsday and Secret Wars. Like I know that he technically has like another trilogy in him, but like I think this movie's going to flop. They're going to use Secret Wars to bring in Miles Morales and then just move on with it.
I don't think this is going to flop.
I think it will critically flop, and it'll make like $700 million at the box office, which is a flop for a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, there hasn't ever been a Spider-Man movie that's a flop, but you're right. $700 million would be a flop for Spider-Man because the last 2 Spider-Man movies literally made over $1 billion. So
yeah,
that's what they're expecting out of this, and it just corporate greed. That's why we're getting this movie in the way that we're getting it, because someone's like, you know what, we need a Spider-Man movie. And that's
could be a good one.
I know that they all want money. Like that's the end goal is like they want money, right? They want the film to be successful. But do you think people are too scared to like speak up and say like, hey, this movie is gonna suck. You'll make money, but not as much as you want.
They don't care.
What? They don't understand. They like they can make so much more if they what we're saying, like
gimmicks more than artistic opinion.
Yeah.
Who's employed via Sony's entertainment, like they have to be able to know better. But I think they're afraid to speak up.
No, I can't say for sure. There's no way for me to know 100% sure, but I guarantee they're like, it doesn't matter. The story doesn't matter because the amount of people that enjoy the story are such a small group of people. People are going to see it anyway. It's Spider-Man, Like,
to be honest, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. No, Transformers
right now.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch. Look at Minecraft. The 2 highest grossing movies of the year: Minecraft, Lilo and Stitch.
The people love the slop.
Yeah, the Transformers movies combined made like $10 billion, and they're considered like some of the worst movies in general. So like,
Furious.
Oh yeah, those great, Skylar. That's why we like you, bro. That's why.
Dude, that's 3 in a row. That's crazy.
This is a phenomenal podcast run for Skylar.
Yeah, I'm on like an all-time high.
Yeah. Because, and also, Chandler, keep in mind, like, what me and Austin said, it's not going to be a flop. Like, it's still going to make its money back, regardless of how good it is.
Flop.
Thunderbolts did flop, though, but that's not Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. A good movie flop.
It'll be profitable.
That's why we like you.
Dude, 4? Okay.
This guy's brain is working overtime. I love it.
Really is. Everything's clicking.
Okay. Any other opinions? I think I've rambled a little bit too much about Spider-Man. Anyone else have anything else?
Yeah,
I just don't want to give up
in this.
I don't know. I just don't want to give up hope.
Spider-Man.
I don't want to, but I'm starting to. Honestly.
I'm not going to give up hope until
You
like
see
it's
the movie.
done.
Yeah.
And then not until I've seen the movie. Until I go and like Spider-Man drops opening day and I can't go opening day for whatever reason, and I go, because the people aren't talking about it.
Right.
Like, highly would.
I'm super
They're like,
worried.
I like Spider-Man. Oh, and then I know it's bad. Yeah.
Dude,
I jump off the building.
if Austin's like, you know what? It was a 5 out of 10. You know, that movie was terrible. Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Spider-Man's in
Yakuza
it.
Batman got a 6.
It's
This one got a 5.
really bad.
Like, no way.
I think that's my predictions. I think this is going to be my least favorite Spider-Man movie of all time.
Probably.
I'm very, very sad to say that because I think it has most potential coming up, regardless of how gimmicky and cheap the setup was. But it could have just been street level. You need like 5 characters.
before
it cost half as much. Like
It's street level.
It's pseudo street level because
it's not paying Sunset.
it's as street level as Captain America Big Bird, if that makes sense.
The world's not gonna die.
Yeah, the world's not ending, but there's still a big man.
Still a big guy who can do a lot of damage really quick.
Yeah, there's a big dude.
Would it be if like Mr. Negative was the guy from Insomniac Spider-Man?
That'd be do you remember back in like 2018 whenever like right after Endgame came out and they pulled the Sony contract from Tom Holland, they started like working on a cinematic universe for Sony that takes place inside of the video game universe. In like in a different world, I would have really enjoyed seeing that because I think that would have been so fucking cool. Because their script ideas were it was going to be Spider-Man's origin from the PS5 game, because we see him in college in the PS5 game or out of college or something like that. So we were going to see his high school time fighting like the Rhino originally and stuff like that. I think that would have been sick. I would have really enjoyed that. I think that's kind of what I wanted out of this Spider-Man movie, you know, because that's what that's what the end of the last one kind of built up to. It was like Spider-Man's alone. He can now have his own solo adventures.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man. And before they actually doubled down on a script and a title, I really enjoyed the idea that they were going for, that it was going to be Daredevil and Spider-Man in Battle World, just saving people from all of the chaos that was going down. And then they decided that it might have been too confusing to like watch it by itself. And that's totally understandable. I totally get that. I just feel like it probably would have been a more enjoyable flick. But, all right.
I think it was like regardless. Sorry.
Well, it's just like every Marvel movie right now is in such a tough place because no matter how good it is, it's still going to be dragged down because of how shitty the Marvel universe is at the moment. And it's just,
I think next year is going to be the worst year for Marvel of all time.
yeah, dude, I'm not excited for Doomsday. That's gonna, like, it also really worries me that they just started shooting Spider-Man a couple months back and it comes out in like a year. That is terrifying.
They have
That's
the
what I was
next year's
about.
slot open as well. Like they still have it booked, like just in case. But
Just in case.
that's not going to make sense.
Let's try to crunch our CG artists, and if they pass out and die, we'll just push the movie back 2 months. Get new people on. Whatever. It's dumb shit. You want to go to the next segment of the show?
Well, I was waiting to ask my question. I didn't know when would be a good time to say I have a
That's
question.
fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. We had a lot of things to say.
All right, Zach. Well, what have you been watching recently?
Thank you. I appreciate that. So we are nearly at the end of Haikyuu. Probably next weekend we'll be done with the entire series so far, including the movie. We have like 4.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
I was going to
including
ask
the
if
movie.
that's height.
I know. I'm really excited for the movie. We have like 5 episodes left in season 4. G told me like a spoiler, but I honestly don't know how true it is. Does anyone want to? She told me like who's on whose team whenever they are like graduated. Do you care to hear that?
I know.
Oh, okay. Well, I was like, I kind of predicted it for Hinata because they had that super obvious scene where the twin did the quick, and then the people in the audience were like, man, if I was Hinata, I'd be really sad. And then the other guy in the audience was like, if I was Hinata, I'd be excited because then it shows that there's another setter that can do this quick. And I was like, he's going to be on this team in the future without a doubt. And G, like 3 days later, was like, yeah, you were right. And I was like, let's go. I can't. So I thought that was really funny. I'm really interested. I can't wait for the anime to get to that point because you know that Ushiwaka is on Kageyama's team in the future. That's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see that. That's going to be a really great team up there. Sorry, Chandler, I didn't hear if you said you didn't want to hear spoilers.
It's okay. I forget names so easily, so hard.
I think you'll like Brazilian beach duo the best.
Interesting. Why?
Yeah. Because their personalities are like basically perfect for each other.
Okay. Interesting.
I like it a lot.
I'm excited to finish the rest of the series. I'm excited to see where it goes. I thought it was over after the movie, so hearing that there's like a lot more to it is really exciting to me. So that's pretty sweet.
Make it really far.
I know,
they
it's
go
crazy.
much further than I thought.
Me too.
They're like full-blown adults.
I thought they graduated. That's wild to me. I cannot believe that. I thought they just graduated high school and that was the end of it.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
No, you're right, because G was saying that because they got like rostered on an actual volleyball team, and that's how they play together. It's so crazy to me. That's so fun. I finished.
Well,
yeah.
Lucky, but yeah.
I finished uploading every podcast to Spotify and Apple Music. So starting on this one, it's going to be live. So Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube are all going to go active Wednesday at 12:45 Eastern time. Love that. Finally, it's been many. It's actually been over a year since that's happened, which is wild. Next thing up, I'm approaching the end of the first Aragon book. Love it. Really great fantasy. It does magic in a way that like I've never really seen before. And it's honestly crazy because it's not super old. It's not like Lord of the Rings old, but it's old enough that you would have thought that someone else would have interpreted magic in the same way that this universe does. Like if magic is like a nuclear bomb in Aragon, and the way that they explain it, it's not dumb magic like Zatanna or Harry Potter, where you just kind of say a word that's similar to the thing that you want to do, and then you wave your hand and then it does it. It's Elvish, and the way that they do it is that the Elvish is such a pure language that you can't lie in Elvish. So if you say something in Elvish, it has to happen, and that's what the magic is. It's so fucking cool. And the way that they described it is that wizard battles are over in seconds. The how a wizard battle works is that you have to try and dragon speak to them, and if you can get into their mind and see what they're thinking first, then you win in a wizard battle because the first attack always lands.
That's awesome.
It is so fucking cool. I shit you not. You guys should definitely read Aragon because it is the way that they do combat is so fucking fun. Because like Aragon could be flying on his dragon and he could have a pebble in his hand and then speak dragon speak and have that pebble go flying into an orc that's like 100 feet ahead of him on the ground. And it's like a guaranteed hit. It's so fucking cool. It is awesome. If you guys are interested even vaguely in fantasy stuff, heavy recommend reading Aragon. Very, very great stuff. Way better than the movie. It is not even close. I think the only thing that the mom loves both. I think that's totally fair. I think the only thing the movie really nails is that Saphira is like a dickhead, and I love that. Like the dragon, she's always interested in killing people. It's awesome. the Brahm could be like, we have to go investigate and like hide out on the side, and Saphira is like, that's cool and all, but have you thought about eating them? No, she's definitely my favorite part of the book so far. That and the magic. Last thing, I watched a movie last night that made me like reevaluate specifically how I feel about the superhero movies that came out this year. I'll go get it while one of you guys are doing You're What We Watching, but I bought the Steelbook of Thunderbolts, and I rewatched it last night. First up, I'm going to make a video about the superhero movies that come out this year. I'm going to call it a Fantastic July and a Super 2025, or flip it around the other way around, Super July and a Fantastic 2025, whatever sounds better. But like, holy shit, the fucking DVD thing for this sucks balls. It is one of the worst like DVD menus I've ever seen for a movie. It is like a wide shot of the building that they all get trapped in, and it just says play and then extras. And if you press extras, it brings up like an actual movie like menu where it has all the Thunderbolts standing in their cool line, and then it has the asterisks like spinning, and it has like all the menus there. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But guess what? The Avengers theme plays. I was like, you're fucking kidding me. This is insane. I cannot believe this. I was dumbfounded at that. I was like, this is crazy. I cannot believe they're pushing that this hard. But upon a rewatch, I don't think the ending is as jarring as it felt in the first one, because they do kind of like talk about the Avengers a lot throughout the movie. Like they're meeting Congress-wise at like an Avengers gala where they're talking about how great the Avengers were. I just think that the movie relied way too much on the fact that the audience already knows who these characters are, when they should have had like a scene of Bucky at the gala, like watching like a quick documentary of all the original Avengers, and it shows like why they're so great and stuff like that. Because then it would have made the joke where Lewis Pullman is like, you said you're a Captain America? You're a fucking dickhead. Like, that would have been so much better for people who have never seen any other superhero movie. Because, like, who the fuck is Captain America? Like, it just get, like, a tiny little clip of Bucky reminiscing on the old Avengers in the good old days, where they give, like, a one-sentence summary on them. And I think it would have completely pulled the entire movie together and been like, oh, okay, yeah, we're seeing a buildup of these ragtag group of people. And it's not just, like, the ultimate heroes coming together. It's the world sucks now. No more heroes are here. We just got to get someone. And I think it's so close to being a really fucking awesome movie. And I think something like that would have been better. There's some other things that I'm going to write down on my next viewing that I would change to make the movie really great. But God, I love that movie. It's one of my favorite superhero movies, definitively, after rewatching it again. And I'm really excited to watch the director commentary on it, because I want to hear like what he thinks about the movie as I watch it. And I'm definitely going to do that. I feel more compelled to do that than like any other movie I own on Steelbook, because I honestly don't really care to hear the director of Black Adam go through and talk about his opinions on that movie. Honestly, I just don't think it's as interesting. Also, I think the scene, where Lewis Pullman is in the incinerator, I don't think he's there. I don't think Lewis Pullman's there. I think he's green screened in. Because originally it was Stephen Ewan who was supposed to be Sentry, and like occasionally it looks like the lighting was a little bit off on Lewis Pullman, and I'm like, did they green screen you in? Was that originally Stephen Ewan? I think that's what that was. I think they shot this scene already and had the other actor in it, and they had to switch it around sometime. And I hope that I find that out in the director commentary. All right, super long. God, I've been yapping this episode. I'm sorry about that, guys. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna hand it over to someone else. I'm done.
All right. Well, Chandler,
Yes, Sky.
what have you been watching?
Honestly, not much. So, Zach, if you go get what you wanted to get, by the time you get back, I'll be done. I'm almost done with Claire Obscure. It's probably a good thing that Zach's not here, because I think he really wants to play that. So, not that I'll be spoiling anything, but it's still like just as mesmerizing and unexpecting as it was last week. And I've had like 20 plus 30, maybe 30 hours into the game, and it still surprises me. It's really cool. Claire Obscure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of glad you didn't hear what I had to say, Zach, because I still want you to like go into it with like
Blind.
Yes. At
I'm
least
so
information is
excited.
possible. ReZero, I think I mentioned that in passing. I'm caught up to date. This last season was actually really good. The first two are so painstakingly frustrating.
How'd you like that one fight?
one fight. There was a couple fights I really liked.
There was one that was animated by the guy who's been animating a lot of One Piece fights recently. I don't know ReZero very much, but it was a guy that can control rocks that was fighting against a guy with multiple arms, and he like turned into a tiger.
Yeah.
At one point.
Okay.
I saw that fight and I was like, that's sick, dude. I love Vincent
There
Chancellor.
were like some interesting scenes throughout that. Like our drawings, I mean, like that I was not used to, but I was not used to a lot of the stuff in this season. It was like they have a whole new lineup of artists because it was very different. Just probably more funding, if I had to guess. But yeah, that one was pretty cool. I do know what you mean.
I love Vincent Chancellor. He's my favorite animator of all time. I watched all of his animations. He was a fan animator before he became big. He did fan animations for My Hero.
So
Yeah, it's so awesome.
so does he work for like Tohei or something? Like how
He's
is he
freelance. People like hire him to work on shows for certain bits. Like he did Sukuna versus Maharaga. He did Kaido versus Luffy in certain bits. He did Kizaru versus Luffy in certain bits. He did all of no, he didn't do all of. He did most of the end of Lucci versus Luffy in Gear 5. He's like really fantastic. I'm blanking on his other shows. I'm only thinking of One Piece right now. I'm sorry, but I know he's in a whole lot of other stuff too. He's very, very talented animator, like one of the best to ever do it. He also did Seraphim Hawk versus Zoro in Egghead. That is one of the best animated fights in the entire show. It's really great. Sorry, continue.
That's just more reason they finally catch up on One Piece, I guess.
Yeah, you're missing out on the good shit.
But I got to go through a lot of bad shit first.
Yeah, my mom just finished Dressrosa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm still a little bit ahead of her, but I'm like not much.
You're not far now.
No. I still remember when I was ahead of you, Austin, which was like forever ago. That was definitely
Crazy. I don't think I went through fast either. Like I think I went at my own pace for sure.
You probably just didn't stop though.
Yeah, I there was never really a point. Like there might have been like a week or two here and there, but like I always had One Piece going.
Were you watching or reading?
Watching, and now I'm reading.
How'd you get through all of Dressrosa and be like, I can't wait for Zoe? Like, I was burnt out.
Dude, the end of Dressrosa is so good, dude. Fujitori's speech is one of the best moments in the entire show. I wish I could see your smile.
Yeah, that was awesome. Getting to Gear 4 got me a big boost. And like beginning of Zoe, though, I was having a rough time. And I remember asking Zach, I'm like, why are we here? Like, does this get good at any point? And like
Chandler, plug your ears for a second too.
Yeah, it's the wares
that
like
the climbing up bit with the dude, that's only in there for the twist at the end of Wano. I fucking dude, that pissed me off so much. I was like, I get that this is a bit, but this is really annoying.
It was a very annoying bit, but it makes sense in that context. But I didn't like Zoe until like the Raizo's safe moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that because I didn't think that. I believed them. No, he's good. I'm gonna be vague. I enjoyed the stuff with Jack. I thought it was at least like interesting that he was going this ruthless against these people. But I like actually full on believe Nekomamushi and Arashi. So whenever that reveal was there, I was like, oh, this is like actually good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
All right, that's done with that talk. Zoe overall was kind of mid for the most part. So I completely get where you're coming from, Chandler. With pausing there.
He got good moments.
Yeah.
But not.
I am past that, by the way. I am past Zoe.
Oh,
so I'm technically on the full take.
Okay. So we didn't need to be vague there.
Yeah. But I'm at the point where. Actually, I'm not even going to finish that because I don't even remember the guys' names.
Was it Capone Gang? Beige? He kidnapped Sanji?
I was thinking Cracker.
Oh.
Like.
I don't think he's on Whole Cake.
There's this guy in like a green costume flying in the sky. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's Sanji's bro.
Oh,
yes, his brother.
Non-G or something like that.
That's where I stopped. But
awesome.
I mean, my shows, I've been running out of shows. I just finished ReZero, so.
This is a Steelbook. It's us Thunderbolts, and then bam, New Avengers.
That's kind of
back of it. I don't hate it as much as I did when I first watched it. I just wish they didn't develop their marketing campaign around that
Yeah.
ruin the movie.
I agree.
Sorry, Chandler, for interrupting.
No, that's fine. I guess you could say it technically started Bloodborne. I got like a minute into it and realized I don't have time, so I just quit. But I'll get back. I'll do it. So that's really it. Very not much whatsoever.
What if I looked over here and told you guys I wasn't recording this entire time?
I would cry.
Kidding, no. Actually, we're good.
Why would you say that to me?
Sorry. That'd be funny.
What have you been watching?
I gotta say, not a whole lot. As always, continuing to read One Piece. I'm getting further and further.
Do you know what chapter?
Let me. Oh no, my phone's over there.
But you know the
Should
big
I-
number.
I'm like blanking. I think I'm close to 200, something like that.
So you're like in Alabasta,
Somewhere around
right?
Yeah, I'm in Alabasta. Like they're like all in prison right now, and like Crocodile was kind of just revealed, and he like the big bad guy in Casino.
I hope Crocodile
But
fights
yeah,
against
I mean-
Sanji at the end. They're both third in command on Emperor Cruise, so I think it would make sense. And also that the Mr. Prince scene in the prison, I think that would be a funny interaction between the two of them, because he'd be like, "You fucked up my whole plan. Like without you, Mr. Prince, I would have won." I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, that would be fun. But yeah, the pacing is so much better in the manga. It's nice to go through it this way.
It's very nice.
One side note, I got another person on board with One Piece, Noah. For Skylar, do you know Noah? Noah Apt. I'm like, I don't know if you've interacted with him.
Not Noah in the comments, different Noah.
Chan, yeah.
I knew it was
Yeah.
him.
But yeah, my one friend who had been on episode like 30 or something for the longest time just couldn't continue. I was talking with on Thursday night. And I told him about One Piece, and like he's watched like 25 episodes of One Piece since then, and is like almost through Arlong Park now, and he's like, wait, this is kind of goated. And I'm like, yes, we got him.
The Stockholm Syndrome has kicked in. Nice.
Yeah. No, I was excited about that. But yeah, cruising through One Piece manga as usual. Black Clover. I had a really cool arc that I watched the other night, but like it's really hard to get through it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I hate the entire Black Bulls except for like 3 characters.
I love Yami.
Like I just watched Yami. I like Luck. Luck's cool. He's just a little psycho. He's got the lightning powers.
What's his name? Magne?
I don't like Magna. I don't. I'm like he's one of the
It's
more
better.
like tolerable ones, but he's weak as hell where he's at right now, and everyone else
gets
got
better.
like buffed hella. Yeah, no, I trust. But yeah, everyone. The arc I just watched was like the one dude, like the tiger dude from the Midnight Suns, like came in, and like they were saucing him. Like, and while Yami was like locked away, and he's like, I'm gonna slice
Past
the
your
dimension,
limits.
and that was really cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
and
love that scene.
it like
It's so- I
that
love
pushed
Yami.
me to watch more.
I love Yami.
That pushed me to watch more. But like the dude with the sister
Okay.
doesn't
Forget
let
about
up,
that guy.
man.
He's not in the
It's
show.
not.
He's not
I
in the show.
I can't
He
because he's
doesn't
in
exist.
every single episode in almost like it's not even like one scene of every episode. Like he's like, I can't remember her name. It starts with like an M. He's like, my little sister, she's beautiful and perfect. And it's like every 4th line of dialogue, and he always has a nosebleed. And like, I can't. I'm having a hard time defending it to myself. Like,
But
it's
Yami's like
making me.
Luffy, but silent. I like it. He says things so matter of factly, and he always just says what's on his mind. And he just is like, if you can't win, win. It's that simple. I just love that.
Yeah, I like Yami. And like,
Right here.
Yeah. He doesn't even mean it as like a
like,
joke. He's just like, well, there's nothing I can do except become better. So I'm just going to lock in real quick.
yeah, he's just like, damn, I'm about to die. He's like, let's I surpassed my limits. Like, how are you going to do that, Yami? By surpassing my limits. What do you mean?
I love that moment.
There's parts of it I like, and it's pushing me forward, but like, there's a good bit that I don't. And
my current favorite anime fight
yeah.
is in Black Clover. I cannot wait for you to get to it. It's so awesome.
I like the overall like plot and what's going on. And I generally know kind of where it goes with Asta a little bit. I just have like an image in my mind, and I'm just waiting to get to that point. But yeah, it's good at moments and insufferable at others, and I'm still watching it regardless.
So there's two halves of Black Clover, similar to like Naruto. There's mainly just two really big arcs in Black Clover, and I think the first arc of Black Clover is carried by the overall story, because I think the overall story is amazing. I wrote like a 20 to 30 page paper in college on the like classism and racism within the story of the first half of Black Clover. It's really in depth, something I don't really see in other anime. The second half of Black Clover is carried by the characters like easily. The story is just bad guys exist, want to fight, but the characters are so awesome. And it's just such a opposite. I really like Black Clover, but I get where you're coming from. I read the manga.
So that's
I was like, I don't like the guy with the sister. I'm not going to read that.
I can. He's on the screen. He's saying things in English because I'm watching the dub.
Hey,
I didn't read the manga. I watched it, Austin, and I will say, like, unfortunately, that doesn't go away. Like,
I'm not expecting it to.
Always
It
have
just
that
makes me angry.
complex, those bleeding and all of that. But I don't know. I definitely think it definitely gets better. Like, it's probably
after the witch arc, it gets really good, and it stays really good for the rest of the series.
Yeah. There is some filler actually but then watch it so far down the road that you don't have to worry about that. But
we know. There is a filler episode to watch.
So long for me to get committed to. So actually, One Piece. One Piece is probably longer.
That's fair.
Black Clover is a sneaky second in terms of how long it takes for you, like, not put down, like, keep watching episode after episode.
Okay, Austin, don't watch any of the filler of Black Clover, and then lock in after the witch arc. You'll hopefully be locked in after the witch arc. If you're not, there's a problem. Don't watch any of the filler, except for one filler episode that is like better animated than the rest of the series, and it just was really great. You'll know it when you see it. It's some fight between all the captains. They do like a training arc, and it's really awesome. So that's the only thing you should watch.
Cool.
But just like grind through until you get to the witch arc, and then finish that. It's the next.
Yeah, I mean, I like having. I think that's why I've watched so many. Like this, I've watched so many just brain dead anime. Like Zach made fun of me when I watched JoJo. I honestly started watching. It is good, but I'm like I've watched the One Pieces, the Narutos, the JoJos because I like having things on in the background. Sometimes, not that I'm not paying attention, but like sometimes it's just nice to have on something that you don't need to 100% pay attention to or be thinking too much about. So like. It's easy for me to get through those ruts because I just have it on. But yeah, I'm committed to it, I guess, and I'll keep going. I know it gets good, and it's not bad where I'm at, but it's been interesting. Besides that, continue. I watched like 1 or 2 more episodes of The Bear, and then Bachelor in Paradise.
The Thing.
It's getting worse. It's actually getting worse. Like it's I'm not joking. It's like actually like dystopian horror now.
That actually makes me so happy. That's so funny.
Well, they went from doing like the normal Bachelor in Paradise where you're just like, oh, find love or whatever, and they turn it into a game show halfway through the show now because they're trying to compete with other of these similar things, and it's just like nigh abusive to the people on the show. It's like. You know, like those ones where you have to compete with like your loved one, like Amazing Race type thing. Well, Bachelor of Paradise thing is like whole thing is like a bunch of just random hot people get hooking up and doing stuff, and they're like, actually, the person you're with now, you have to compete to win $500,000, and like they barely know each other, and they're sort of really toxic, and like it's hard to watch. But yeah, I'm still doing that because.
We love girlfriends and girlfriend shows. Some are worse than others. I kind of enjoyed Teen Wolf.
Yeah, no, that if that was one of them, I could find. Like I said, I like having the shows to watch in the background. We watch Bachelor in Paradise with no distractions, and I need one. But sorry, that's about it for me.
All right, we're gonna lock in here, team.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Sky, what have you been watching?
What have you been watching?
Austin, that was so bad. Holy shit.
What?
Yours is not even
How do
close.
I time this? I was identical to Chan on my screen. Like
You've been lagging a little bit, in all honesty, but that was bad. So me and Chandler.
Okay.
Good.
My defense is I'm lagging because I cut out for a little bit there, and now I'm on my work phone's hotspot. So I'm sure that doesn't help.
I probably not. No. But we said it.
There's a strategy to this.
We said it in its entirely, and then Austin said it in its entirely.
All that matters is that it's good on Zach's side of things. But like for me, it's like we say 3, 2, 1. And for me, I think Zach waits until I say something that he says something with.
Correct.
Me. So, Austin, what we have to do is when we speak, we're not going to be in tandem with one another through each other's like speakers, but just once he says 3, 2, 1,
the delay,
then just say it, and hopefully he can just match us.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But Chandler, the problem with that one was he was so lagged that we literally said it in unison together. Finished it, waited a second, and then Austin said it.
Wait, well, I can't imagine what Sky. I hear though. Like, oh my goodness, I hear beginning Chan, beginning Zach, and then like Zach there, and then like Chan Zach, Austin. It was.
That was awesome.
I think part of it was the lag this time, but I will take the criticism into account next time.
That's so fucking funny.
I will improve. I will go past my limits.
I will surpass them. Yummy. Love that game.
Right. I haven't been watching too much. I think I've watched like one episode of Dan to Dan since the last week. I've been pretty much Caden's on season. Well, he was on season 6. He's like the last episode of season 6 of My Hero now. So I've kind of been sitting down watching that because that's like kind of whenever everything gets real.
You'll finish that.
So I like his reaction. Did everybody finish? Or is everybody?
I'm caught up with My Hero. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I am.
Like, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Dude, I love All Might. Oh my god, dude, I wish I was All Might.
Set off. I'm just gonna take it off because I can't remember if I finished. Okay, go.
Okay. So he got to Dobby's dance and his jaw like just dropped. It was so sick. He was like, okay, he's like, I had the idea, but at the same time, like how many
you don't know for sure.
Firepower. Yeah. He's like, it's just a firepower. And yeah, so that one was cool. He likes Hawks a lot. So and then twice too. So he's had to see Hawks first twice. Shigaraki came back live. Deku's on now unlocking like all of the quirks. He's on Vigilante Deku, so
that one's great.
He just saw class.
Yeah.
He just saw a class 1A class A versus Deku, which was really good. And then he saw the Uraraka speech like right after, and he's currently at like All Might driving and Stain, just kind of watching him drive.
Yeah, I love All Might.
And he's kind of right now he's at the part where he's confused why, like, one, where All Might is driving, and 2, why Stain's just watching him. So it's about to get really real here soon.
Chandler, are you caught up, or do you just not care? Okay, I love
so much. So like,
I love the show. I love All Might's show.
I do too. He's not that close. He's not that close.
Wait, Chandler's not there? Oh, you mean Caden?
Oh no, I meant Caden.
Dude, it's so fucking. I love the way his eyes widen and he just looks like a mentally insane guy. I fucking love it. He's like, I'm gonna die here, but I'm gonna fucking beat you up. I really enjoyed that. Oh, dude, it's so great. All Might is one of the best characters ever.
That's where I'm ending it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed the season, but the sex scene between Hawks and Twice was a little weird.
One of my personal favorites, by the way.
How many of twice?
All of them.
Is that the Sad Man's Parade?
Yeah.
You just get the dogs get gangbanged by the Sad Man's Parade.
Ran a train.
Big deal.
Holy shit! That was an interesting. That was an interesting way to end off the podcast.
I've watched or read a couple more chapters of the Kagurabachi. It's actually really good. I really like it.
The art looks awesome.
Yeah, it's honestly the artwork is insane. I swear, like once or twice a chapter, there'll be like a god tier panel.
That's so cool.
So I highly recommend that. And then on the Marvel side, obviously I've been playing Rivals, because I need to get to gold to get the skin, and I just haven't. It's not like I can't. I just don't know if I want to dedicate that much time to it.
That's fair.
But yeah, so that's my biggest struggle at the moment. And then I've also read Darkhold Spider-Man, which is crazy. And then I read What If Moon Knight got chosen by Galactus, and that one was kind of cool. It's kind of like a what if read. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. But other than that, not really too much. Yeah, I think that's all. I don't think I missed anything this time. This is the one time I didn't write it down. After last week, I said I was going to start writing it down every time, like Zach. And then, second weekend, forgot.
Well,
and then
writing it down doesn't really matter if your fucking board is in the office where you're never at. So, like, it doesn't.
I write it on my phone.
That's a good idea. I should definitely do that. I did that back whenever I first started the podcast, and I was like,
well, I have my movie notes, and then I just started putting my what we watching underneath my movie notes, so it's kind of like one whole
movie notes
thing.
In the iPad, sadly. And
but
I do not have that around me at all times.
I think that's all, but it's Weapons that's next, right?
Yeah, the second movie from the Barbarian director. Pretty excited for this one. It got really great reviews for the most part. Really enjoyed Barbarian. Did any of you see that one?
Nope.
Yeah.
Awesome. What'd you think of it, Chandler?
I was very surprised and scared during the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I this is another thing I wrote a paper on in college, because I had a really pretentious teacher who said, like, these are the film rules. You cannot veer from these film rules. And if you did veer from the film rules, I'll explain to you why you actually didn't and you're wrong. So, like, one of them is there's a 3-act structure, and that the movies have to adhere to the 3-act structure. And she said my opinion was wrong, obviously, because she's pretentious and believes that she's right, and she wrote a paper on why she's always right. But I strongly believe that Barbarian has a 4-act structure, because it has 2 openings. Because it has the opening of the movie that the movie makes you think the movie is going to be about, and then you have the actual opening that the movie is actually about. And it happens like 30 minutes into the movie. It's so fucking good. Barbarian is one of the best written horror movies I've ever seen. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But she then explained, actually, that's just not 2 openings. That's just one really long opening. And there was a reveal at the end of that one. Shut the fuck up, dude. You don't shut up. You didn't even watch the movie. Sorry.
Little college gripe, I see.
No, dude. We had some really, like, yeah, art college was objectively easier than other college. However, our professors are fucking the worst people on the planet, because they were so cocky, and they didn't realize that they were art professors, and they thought they were the coolest and smartest and best people on the planet. And if you didn't do what they said, then you're wrong and dumb. I'm like, dude, you teach at Robert Morris. It's not even like it's an art school. What are you doing? Sorry.
That's true. No.
Well, like, I liked it. I had a great time there. I learned a lot about art. However, this guy is like 40. This is your peak? Really? Yelling at a 20-year-old about why a movie that you haven't watched is incorrect. Sorry. Sorry. That was random tirade. That's what pushes us over the 2-hour mark. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, if you want to watch Weapons with us next week, make sure to like and subscribe. Let us know what you thought about Batman Yakuza if you watched it, and then check back next week for weapons.
Thank you, Skylar. That was awesome. Any other quarrels?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah, definitely out of it. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week with weapons. I really hope I like it. Josh Brolin is in the movie. We'll see you guys then.
Bye, have a great time.